Hey everyone, a warm welcome to English class. I am your teacher and guide, Dimpy Khurana, working as English mistress at Government High School Alachor in district SBS Nagar. Dear students, today we are going to do a very interesting topic of grammar, that is application of formal letter writing. Students, the advent of modern technology made communication so easy, and the art of writing a letter is considered an important requirement. Even today, a letter is an important means of communication in both the workspace as well as our personal lives. So, students, what is letter? A letter is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. It is usually sent to recipient via mail or post. So, any such message that is transferred through a written conversation between two parties, right? So without any delay, let's learn how to write application or a formal letter. So students, first of all, read the following dialogue between the teacher and the students. You can see in the picture that a teacher is there, some students are there and they are talking to each other. Let's try to know. Teacher: Rohan, why were you absent yesterday? Rohan: Sir, I was ill. The doctor advised me to take rest. Teacher: But you should have informed me or the principal about it. Rohan: How could I inform you or the principal about it? Teacher: Simply by sending a written application. Avneet, another student: But sir, we don't know how to write an application. Teacher: Don't worry. Let us learn how to write an application or a formal letter. So, dear students, now the teacher will teach how to write an application or a formal letter. So, let's learn. Application or formal letter writing. Students, formal letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature and directly address the issue concerned. Student, first of all, we will read this application. Write an application to the principal of your school for a sick leave for a day. The principal, Government Senior Secondary School, Vikas Nagar, Ludhiana, July 13, 2020. Subject: Application for sick leave. Dear Sir, respectfully, I have to state that I am the student of class 8 in your school. I am suffering from fever. The doctor has advised me to take complete rest for a day, so I cannot come to school. Kindly grant me a leave for today only and oblige. I shall be very thankful to you. Yours obediently, Kamal Sharma, Class 8A, roll number 22. So, dear students, this is an application to the principal for a sick leave, right? So, now let's learn where lies the difference between a formal letter and an informal letter. Students, a formal letter is different from an informal letter. Formal letters are written to the officers, boss, principal, head of the institute or organization, business partners, etc. And informal letters are written to family, friends, or relatives. It is also called as personal letter. Next is format of both the letters is different. Next, language. In a formal letter, language used is polite, formal in tone, and appropriate without the use of any contractions or proverbs. In an informal letter, language used is casual, informal in tone, can use contraction, slangs, and idioms depending upon our relation with the receiver of the letter, right? Students, now we will learn the different stages of writing a formal letter. Basically, there are three stages of writing a formal letter. These are pre-writing stage, while writing stage, and post-writing stage. First is pre-writing stage. At first, we plan about the things to be written. We collect ideas, gather information about the topic, and choose suitable words and phrases. Here, first of all, we will plan about the things which we have to be written, right? And we will collect some ideas, some informations about the topic, right? Next is while writing stage. Here a rough draft is to be prepared in this stage. List out the ideas you need to develop your write-up upon. Compile them in an organized way. How to compile the body of the letter. Here again, three things are there. First is introduction. It includes the starting lines about your particulars. Next is main content. It elaborates the purpose of writing the letter. And next is conclusion. These are closing lines to request the receiver of the letter to consider your application. This is all about while writing stage, and third stage is post writing stage. This stage requires correction work and a revision of the write up. Finally, the letter should be written flawlessly. So students, these are the three stages of writing a formal letter. Let's review: pre-writing stage, while writing stage, and post-writing stage. In pre-writing stage, we will plan about the things to be written. In while writing stage, a rough draft is to be prepared in this stage, and it includes that how to compile the body of the letter. And third stage is post writing stage. This stage requires correction work and revision of the write up. Okay. Next is format of an application or a formal letter. Students, the format is given. Let's learn in which format we have to write an application or a formal letter. First, designation of the receiver. Next is address. Next, you will write the date. Next is subject. Next, salutation. It includes sir, madam, dear madam, respected sir, respected madam. Next, body of the letter. Next is subscription. It includes yours sincerely, yours truly, yours faithfully, yours obediently. Next, name or signature of the sender. And next is other particulars of the sender. So students, this is the format of an application or a formal letter. Let's revise again. First, designation of the receiver. Next, address of the receiver. Next, date, subject. Next is salutation, body of the letter. It includes the main content of the letter, right? Next is subscription, name and signature of the sender, and other particulars of the sender. Hey, dear students, now we will write again an application to the principal of your school for a sick leave for a day by pointing out the format of an application or a formal letter, right? First, the principal. This is the designation of the receiver. Next, Government Senior Secondary School, Adarsh Nagar, Ludhiana. And this is the address of the receiver. Next is date. Here, as date is given July 13, 2020. Next, subject. Here, subject is application for sick leave. Next is dear sir. This is the salutation, right? Now we will develop the body of the letter. As we have already discussed that the body of the letter consists three parts: introduction, main content, and conclusion. So respectfully, I have to state that I am the student of class 8 in your school. This is the introduction, right? I am suffering from fever. The doctor has advised me to take complete rest for a day. So I cannot come to school. This is the main content. Kindly grant me a leave for today only and oblige. I shall be very thankful to you. This is the conclusion, right? Next, yours obediently. This is the subscription. Next, Kamal Sharma, name of the sender. As you can see that there is a space between subscription and name of the sender. Here you have to write your signatures, okay? Next, class 8A, roll number 22, other particulars of the sender, right? Yes, now I will give you an application for practice, right? Here some blanks are given and you have to fill these blanks. And I'm sure that you can do it easily, right? So write an application to the principal of your school to remit your fine. This is the heading of an application. Next, blanks are given. Next is subject. Here you will write the subject. Again, blank is given. Respectfully, I have to state that dash in your school. My class in charge has dash rupees 10 for remaining dash. Sir, I dash a remote village. No student from my village dash our school, so I could not dash for leave. Kindly dash and oblige. And blanks are given. So students, you have to fill up these blanks, right? I will give you some time and I will give you some assistance also. Here first you will write the designation of the receiver and then address of the receiver, then subject, again yes, salutation, and in body of the letter fill these blanks. Take your time. You can do it. Yes. Okay. Let's match your answers. Yes, dear students, the sentences or the words which are in red color, these are your answers. Hope you have done well. Write an application to the principal of your school to remit your fine. First of all, the principal. This is the designation, right? Next is Government Senior Secondary School, Model Town, Jalandhar. This is the address of the receiver. The principal, designation of the receiver, and Government Senior Secondary School, Model Town, Jalandhar. This is the address of the receiver. Next, you will write the date, July 13, 2020. Next is subject. What is the subject of the particular letter or the application? Here subject is application to remit the fine. Right? Next, dear sir, this is the salutation. Now we will develop the body of this letter. Respectfully, I have to state that I am the student of class 7 in your school. My class in charge has fined me rupees 10 for remaining absent from the school. Yesterday, sir, I belong to a remote village. No student from my village studies in our school. So I could not send an application for leave. Kindly remit my fine and oblige. I shall be very thankful to you. Students, this is the body of the letter, right? Yours obediently, Rajesh Kumar, class 7B, roll number 13. So students, let's discuss it again according to the format of an application or a formal letter. First, the principal. This is the designation of the receiver, as I have earlier told you. Next, Government Senior Secondary School, Model Town, Jalandhar. This is the address of the receiver. Next, date is given July 13, 2020. Next, subject. Here you will write the subject. Application to remit the fine. Next, salutation. Here, dear sir or dear madam, right? Next, respectfully, I have to state that this is the body of the letter. I am the student of class 7 in your school, and this is the introductory part of the body. My class in charge has fined me rupees 10 for remaining absent from the school yesterday. Sir, I belong to a remote village. No student from my village studies in our school. So I could not send an application for leave. Students, this is the main content of the body, that is from my class in charge to an application for leave, right? Next, kindly remit my fine and oblige. I shall be very thankful to you. This is the concluding part of the body, right? As we have discussed earlier, in the format of an application or a formal letter, that is how to compile the body of a letter. Next, yours obediently. This is the subscription. Rajesh Kumar. This is the name of the sender. Next, class 7B and roll number 13. These are the other particulars of the sender. And the space between yours obediently and Rajesh Kumar, there will be the signature of the sender, right? Students, hope you have learned that how to write an application or a formal letter. Okay, we have done the two samples of formal letter and different stages for writing a letter and format of a formal letter. Now, things to remember. Identify the type of letter you are asked to write. First of all, you will identify the type of letter, whether it is a formal letter or an informal letter. Next, identify the purpose of the letter you are going to write. Now, you will identify the purpose, that why are you writing this particular letter. Next, open and close the letter correctly on the basis of the type of the letter. Opening and closing of the letter should be clear and correct. Next, spell commonly used words correctly, such as faithfully, obediently, and so on. Spellings should be correct. Keep in mind the word limit. The letter should be precise and to the point. Students, as I have earlier told you that formal letters follow a certain pattern and formality, and they are strictly kept professional in nature. So, you should keep in mind the word limit also, right? The letter should be precise. Next, examine the tone of the letter. It should be polite and courteous. The tone of the letter should be very polite. Next, use clean handwriting. Your handwriting should be clean. It should be legible, right? So, dear students, hope you have learnt a lot that how to write an application or a formal letter. We will meet again in a new session with a new topic. Thank you for being with me. Have a very nice day.